So beyond the numbers in the demo, right? Like there are other resources, if you will, that are able. So some people ask for references. I'm kind of like, whatever. They're going to give you your best customers, of course. There are independent providers like you, like me. I just wanted to seed the discussion around, and I'm pretty sure we share a mindset here. Just be careful what advice you trust is sort of my leading
Yeah.
question, because there's a lot of bias and conflict sort of in the software research, software review-ish world. So I'm sure you've got a perspective on that. This is your business as well. But I guess give your argument for what makes something trustworthy. Like when should you listen to that human feedback or that expert feedback and know that it's something that's relevant to you and not just like trumpeted advertising that's sort of, vendor sponsored, or a reference that's, obviously they're going to pick their sort of advisory customers. So like, how do you advise people on consuming that kind of feedback in their purchasing process?
It's really hard because I know the space extremely well from being in it for a while, but most of the reviews online are paid for. Like the user reviews, I would say at least 90%, maybe it's closer to 99%, is somebody that had a good experience with the salesperson at their vendor and they said, "Hey, do you want to leave a review for us and we'll
Yep.
pay you $50 to leave it." And there's a lot of research that basically shows that when you do that, it's going to be a 4.9 star review. And if you go on some of these review websites, it's hard to find vendors that have, a one like a 3 star or whatever, right? Like even some of the most hated vendors in this space. On Reddit and other kind of social communities where, let's say you post in your local SHRM chapter on Reddit or whatever, what do you think about this vendor? We're trying to do X, Y, and Z. I don't know why, but there's a lot of people that just love to give their opinion that are completely ignorant of what's going on. And I know this because, especially when I started this business, I'd always DM those people like, "Oh, like, why do you love this vendor? Why do you hate this vendor?" And it's usually like, "Well, I've never used it, but, I've heard some bad things. Or we had an amazing account rep that like bought me chocolate for Christmas." Or you know what I mean? It's like not like, "Oh yeah, like this functionality," or whatever, right? And also what's good for a healthcare business is bad
Yeah.
for a education business and blah blah blah, right? There's all these different permutations. I think you want to understand the economic incentives